Well, it is nice to see you guys again. This video is the Connor Camp mission statement. I announced a mission over the weekend, and I needed a lot of people to sign up. I did this blind for a reason. What we're about to do is I'm about to bypass particular levels of security in a group. This group needs help. They need help with different kinds of art that they can help spread their memes with. They need help with videos, things like that. They're going to need help with networking. And we're trying to make it come out of the woodworks quite quietly and quite sophisticatedly. There's a lot of rules and regulations that the people that are going to come with me are going to be asked to read and go over, and things like that, just to make sure the policies stay the same. This group, I'm particularly attached to it because I really enjoy what it's doing. To get the cat out of the bag, the group that we're getting ready to work with is the Revolutionary Roundtable. The Revolutionary Roundtable is a group of admins of multiple groups found on Facebook. What we're going to try and do is network these two groups together so tight that when one group says something, the other group says something, and that they're almost identical. This way here, when the wave comes out of group A and goes down, and goes out of group B and then goes down, it can impact a much greater amount of people in one shot. They have Canadian and American pages set up for the division. As we understand with what the John Connor account has done, and with the Connor camp known as the Resistance Is Now group, all this has done is created the website known as the Worldwide Resistance Network, the network of people that are found all over the world that have this kind of mindset. I didn't really want to do any kind of segregation and create teams by countries or culture or creed or religion. That was never really my ideology in the beginning, and it still isn't. But what I have noticed is that in the group that all of us have worked hard to create, which is the Resistance Is Now, certain people have very particular talents. And these talents, if utilized in the right direction, can continue to grow the right networks. If these networks continue to grow, we can then utilize these networks to spread any kind of information we want as fast as humanly possible. That's why it's important to get these things put together. I want it designed in a way that the only way to stop it is to shut down Facebook in its entirety. I don't want them to be able to just shut down a few groups here and there and be able to cripple it. So even the Resistance Is Now is going to need a backup plan, a place where it's going to be able to go rest its head when it's all said and done. Don't mind my Pepsi addiction. So, some people are going to be drafted. That you can't sign up anymore. This is an important thing. You had to sign up when the mission was blind. Because of the amount of security that you're going to be bypassing, because these people are very, very particular on who gets in, how they get in, what they're good at. What they have noticed is the team that I've chosen to work with is very effective. And they've asked if I could utilize some of my team members in their group to help them grow. I don't see anything wrong with this request. Some of the people that are in this group, the Revolutionary Roundtable, are in the Resistance Is Now. So what we're going to do is anybody who's in the Resistance Is Now that carries over into the Revolutionary Roundtable, I'm going to put up a new avatar. I'm going to take down the one that I have on my Facebook, and I'm going to put up a new one. That new avatar, it would be awesome if everybody that's on this team grabs that avatar for at least 3 weeks. What this is going to do is when you post in that group, they're going to see the same avatar as what everybody has. That group can then communicate directly with the team that we've created. So if this team can directly help people, it becomes a identifying marker. Don't really like identifying markers because it really tells people who and what you are. Okay, some people have no problems. There's people out there that are hackers that have hacked in the name of T1000 because John Connor sent them. I have no problems with that because John Connor isn't directly me. Just like the V for Vendetta mask was taken from a movie and then applied to the entire movement, I did the same thing with the Terminator films, and people have they caught the play. They know that's what it is now. It's nothing new to them. So just kind of do something so you guys know who each other are when you get in that group, so you don't have to start asking. I'm going to put a little document together with this video that's going to illustrate everything, the people who signed up. After you see this video, if you previously signed up and you say, okay, yes, I want to go through with this, then you're on board. If you didn't previously sign up and then you saw this video and you want to get on board with it, you're going to have to go through the whole screening process that this group has in place to protect itself. That's why I didn't ask for very many people. I'm not going to be the guy that brings in a mole by accident. But I know the team that I work with is very, very strong and is working very hard to accomplish the goals. And so I don't think it's going to be very hard to ask our graphic designers to say, hey, can you make a few awesome revolutionary roundtable designs so they can have a really awesome banner. In time, I would like to see something that would say along the lines that the revolutionary roundtable is the resistance. That it is. The resistance is now. It's every day when you wake up and you look at what's happening. What can I do today? That's why if you pay attention to our group, the resistance is now, a lot of it is pieces of things. Because there's such huge projects, but then all of a sudden these huge grassroots movements comes out and it's all over the world and nobody knows how it got there. Then there's these other websites that are developed and all the information that we managed to cram into a Facebook group, turns out it's on websites, and not just mine. There's more websites out there that have this information that they're following this key. At this point, I don't know anymore. Did I start a trend? Did I follow a trend? Did I improve an existing trend? I don't know, and I personally don't care, as long as the trend continues and gets stronger and stronger. Because the more websites built about this information, the more groups built about this information, the tighter the network of groups gets, the stronger Operation Infobomb becomes. If you can drop one flash drive that connects into over 10 million resource sites, and we're talking resource sites like WikiLeaks and all the largest resource sites you can find online, on top of the people's opinion, which are these individual groups and sites that are divided up. These are not divided. You can't divide and conquer this movement. You must understand at least this. It is divided up, and yes, we do see infighting because everybody's ideologies is ever so slightly different than the last person's. So these are to be expected, but you can't divide and conquer us. That's not going to happen. All that happens is every individual group, every individual network continues to strengthen. What happens last is the power. What happens last is what the elites don't want. The final networking of all of these intelligent people. That's the grassroots that I'm starting. I'm going to put forward as many ideas and missions available to create a networking system more powerful in communication standards than what we recognize as the United Nations. So wish me luck on that, and hopefully you guys are learning a little bit as to what I'm trying to do and why it is that I do what it is that I do.